India versus Mexico. Percentages on the screen right now. Mexico are going to be a little higher since they are the favorites. Mexico of Diego Martinez, India of Asif Khan. John, my friend, this is where I hand off the play-by-play responsibilities to you, my friend. Take it away.
Well, here we go then, our first match of the evening. And it might be predicted. Let's have a look at India. Jamie Joy, as we said, not out for this one. Mohammed, Rijo, Gilbert, Ananda Reddy, Alessandro Romario, that's the big name to play, but of course, has he got the skill? Musraf Mohammed, Dinshu Karawab, Rajon Jose, Biswa Daji, Ajin Anthony, Kalahad Tunki, Asif Khan, the man we've already talked about before, who could be perhaps the key, and Paraguata, all available for India. Apart from one of them, of course, as we said, the keeper who get himself sent off. As for Mexico, a couple of keepers out there. Montedi, Jose Estaba, and then we're looking in the kind of midfield in the back line as well. Martin Rodriguez, Carlos Valdez, Jose Askenazi, Obed Martinez, Martin Laura, Eddie Sanchez, Mejia, David Junco, Castillo, Diego Martinez, Alexis Silva, who was on the score sheet. A whole load of things to look out for. The cards, of course.
Yeah, keeping in mind these coaches, they don't know what secret card it is.
Respective touch lines for the race for the centre circle where the ball is hoisted down. Well, here we go.
Gravity does its thing, John. I'm excited for this one. It's going to be good.
Mexico green shirts. India, fortunately for us, changed to that kind of sky blue. Let's see, walking pace already. Pepe has support from his keeper. And our first shot is blazed over Montedi. Depends here, doesn't it, on the tactics of different teams. Some look on the goal line, some don't.
Yeah, it all depends the quality of the keeper that you have. I know Monterde is a keeper, but you have to do better than that.
Asif Khan tries to trick his way through, almost does so. This is important right at the beginning! And this is what we were talking about, a chance in these early stages. That. Soham forces his way through, in the end, does enough. India in front. And Mexico respond.
Yeah, it's a back and forth game. John, this is exactly what we want. We want both of these teams. And one thing that's great here at the Trident Arena is that the Brazilians are celebrating for India.
Two quick goals, as we promised. Right start then.
9, 8,
this is the former outfield player, Asif Khan.
4, 3.
Has a load of support. Good defending by Mexico.
And in the first 5 minutes, after every minute that goes by, it scales up to 7v7.
That noise will tell you. This is hit, goal, bound! Oh, they look around, the Indian players. The goalkeeper of Mexico has doubled his tally already. That is perfect execution.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, John, I'm not going to criticize.
You know, we've talked about technique, we've talked about determination and the ability. You need to be really on your ball here in this match. So 3 goals already, less than 3 minutes on the clock. This is what it's all about. Yeah. Cutting efforts goes over.
Not even 3 minutes in, we already have 3 goals.
Coming in. Monteverde is already Well, it's on the hat-trick already with 2 goals and drilled in at the keeper. India could spring forward. Looking round for options. That was a poor delivery in midfield.
We got people checking in from Mexico, people checking in from India as well, showing their support. The more the merrier. Let us know where you're watching the game from. Are you enjoying the broadcast? What can we improve? Share the broadcast with as many people.
And the left-footed pile driver.
As many people you know. There we go.
Both Mexico's goal from the keeper, Monterde. Nice layoff down this near side. Drilled across, keeper does just about enough, Asif Khan. Fortunately for him, no one in a green shirt was lurking around the area. Nice pace about this match early on. There you go with the warning siren, warning alert, if you like, and we're already at 7 against 7 with 5 on the clock, 3 goals scored.
You know, John, I'll tell you what I'll do if I'm Mexico. They need to take advantage of the fact that the Indian goalkeeper is not a traditional goalkeeper. He's an outfield player that's playing in goal.
As this one is wellied forward. Lara's efforts turned away.
Here's Asif Khan in an improvised fashion. So if I'm Mexico, I'm putting as many shots on goal just like that. We have our buddy Patrick joining in from the US saying he's cheering for Mexico. We got viewers as well in Bahrain rooting for Mexico. Peeps in South London.
Now danger here. Well, that's straight at the keeper. He's got to spread himself. Got a decent shot in, kept his eyes on the ball. Perhaps unaware.
We have our viewers in South London, England. They're in the chat just waiting for the game, Qatar versus Brazil. How about that, huh? It's the big one today.
Here come Mexico. A lot of options. Very congested down the centre. They try to go down the right-hand flank, and no joy on that occasion.
Weren't quite on the same frequency. So far, Asif Khan is holding his own. Originally, he's the number 36, but he's playing with the number 49.
Mexico seeing a lot of the ball, seeing a lot of efforts.
And it's very, very important, John.
Anthony, you can just give us a bit more info.
Yeah, I was just going to say that the secret cards, president penalty, can be used between minute 5 and 17 in the first half and between minute 23 and 36 in the second. Not a complex rule, so really fair to understand.
Mexico making India chase the ball. Pinged out to the far side, and a wonderful first-time strike. India now starting to impose themselves. Silva with a golden finish.
The second goal of the competition. What a pass, though, from Obed Martinez. That is what you can expect. That is what I want to see from the Mexican number 10. If Mexico... Wait for the second. Mexico the better side thus far. We kind of expected things to play out this way. They have more ball possession. They have more goals. India are going to have to open themselves up from the back. It's 2014 and 2018 in Russia. He's the big footballer connected to this team.
Mexico again, bossing possession, drilled in low, and it's all so easy. Silva again pops up at the right time, at the right place. Mexico threatening.
Alexis Silva to position himself in the right place at the right time. That's where he was on that far post. What a low service in, though. Pinpoint assist met by the pinpoint tap-in. Mexico are...
Still plenty of time to go. Plenty of exciting stuff coming up tonight. Qatar, Brazil, as this one is wellied, but
in some delicious acai.
You can have a go at describing exactly what it is when you get a chance in this game. It looks like ice cream, doesn't it? But it's not.
A lot better than ice cream, I'll tell you that, at least in my opinion. Huge shout out to our viewers in Massachusetts.
Here come Mexico yet again, giving India a real pummeling. They just get away with it on that occasion. There's a man down. There is offsides here.
Some viewers saying, greeting commentators from Croatia. Brazilians don't really...
Mexico again. Plenty of time on the ball. So far, giving the Indians a little bit of a lesson. And they're finding it all too easy. Referee steps in. Rare free kick. 4 goals. Monterde with 2. Just in case you hadn't realised, the host Brazil in action at around 7 p.m. local time. Some massive stars on show. Mexico moving forward again with purpose, and again time and space to put this one wide on that occasion.
For that later game between Qatar and Brazil, John, I really expect to see a different Brazil than what we saw against Spain. And I spoke to...
Gone here. Mexico well on top. Easy for Asif Khan. Drills it forward. That's a decent ball out. Well, maybe in the end, not that decent. Till that final ball gets smashed into the back of the net. This one is pumped on the far side, and well, it's a good run-up. And Mexico again make it look all so easy. From this angle of ours, even though we are slap bang right in the middle of this commentary position, it looked like he missed a target, but from that tight angle with ease. Ball pinged over the top. India again very slow, maybe a heavy first touch. Oh dear, we talked about getting ahead of goals, and we've got one there, but it goes down as an own goal.
Yeah, it's going to go down as an own goal from that reverse drone angle and the celebration from the Mexican, and I don't think they're playing at full throttle, if you know what I mean. They're just playing nice and easy. And just to recap for our viewers, the final 3 minutes of the second half are played under double goal privileges, so
for a real drubbing tonight. Again, Mexico doing enough, but without having to go 100%, far too good for India. Perhaps one of the most one-sided contests we've seen so far in this tournament. And India will have to dig in to keep this scoreline down, to make it a little bit more respectable if they can, to get involved. Put out wide again. So dangerous when they just whip it in across the air. It was a miss hit in the end from Davies. Can Mexico settle? Can we just string the passes together? Give themselves just a little bit of hope. Try to keep the heads up as well.
Yeah, I certainly will be very fortunate, John, to see him up close and personal. Kaká, one of the best to ever play the game. 2007 Ballon d'Or winner.
Here come Mexico. World Cup winner as well, Kaká. Former local hero with Sao Paulo. And India on the back foot here. It's tipped away.
And alongside him, I think that's his son, because they really look alike.
Yeah, very similar, especially when Kaká was a lot younger with the hair as well. So this one is drilled low for Mexico. But Kaká, what a name, in not just in Brazil, of course, but world football. Still looking pretty fit, isn't he?
Yeah, Kaká from the famous São Paulo Youth Academy.
At Cochia.
Here's the dice roll. Lucaneta, the football influencer, will be in charge. And of course, the Wolf of Furia, the main team in Brazil right now, will be in charge of it as well.
Yeah, we met the Wolf. Popped into our cabin a few matches ago. Well, it's going to be 2 against 2 right from kickoff. But that favors Mexico more than India.
Away, el segundo tiempo.
Second half. Just in case you didn't quite get that one. Mexico in the green shirts, early whistle. Or rather for India, and Mexico came back quickly and they stunned a chance here, and it's straight out the keeper on that occasion. Now this is an opportunity to break forward if they can. It can't quite thread it forward. Good turn. Chasing on goal here, takes his time and puts it wide. What a golden opportunity inside this one. But Region maybe had more time than he thought. Could have taken perhaps a pace or two further forward.
India are not going to get a lot of them. They got that one. You can't miss it.
Easier said than done. Now, Mexico in front of goal, teasing the Indians here and there, and they do make it look all so easy. India had their chance at one end.
Castillo and Martin Lara on the play right there. Back and forth. Lara was just waiting for that right opportunity to tap it in. Right opportunity to tap it in. 6-1 for Mexico.
Well,
6-2.
Again, isn't it? So quick out there. And so quick with the camera. Well, the outfield player and now goalkeeper Asif Khan gets himself on the score sheet again.
Yeah, his second goal of the competition. This is more like it. If you have these opportunities, you need to take advantage of it.
little naivety, I suppose, from the Indians, especially when it comes to the marking and keeping on that occasion as well. It's just non-stop here. Martinez threw it in low. You've got to say perhaps a keeping error on that occasion.
Yeah, Martinez gets his second goal of the competition, his first of the day. You know, John, I think this game has the potential to be the biggest blowout of the tournament thus far.
Yeah, and I'm running out of room here to keep an eye on the goal scorers. Yeah, I think it's double figure time, isn't it? That one rolls in as well.
That one scored by Carlos Camelo. I'll help you out. The first goal for him.
Yeah, we said this is the time for goals to go in. We said this is an opportunity perhaps for India. I think their moment has gone. And Mexico enjoying themselves here. The keeper lacking that experience as it just floats over his head into the
Britain down here.
Own goal.
Does that check in with you, and an own goal as well?
Own goal as well, but yeah, they're just rubbing it in a bit. Might make all the difference for Mexico. Keeper a long way out, and paid the price, and Mexico for France. But this one, India just struggled to get going at all. Keeper comes, makes the claim. A little bit of contact, referee does step in.
Keeping in mind, up until minute, there he is. Alex Montiel, the Escorpion Dorado. He's one of the presidents of Peluche Caligari in the Kings and Queens League Mexico. And he's a good penalty taker. I've seen this guy take penalties before in the Kings Cup Mexico. He knows what he's doing.
The golden scorpion, I think that's the right translation. The gold scorpion, if you like. Can he deliver? Has he got that sting in his tail? Well, he has, just straight down the centre. Keeper committed himself. A little bit of work, but it's all about just hammering into the back of the net. And we get goal number 10, Mexico pummeling India. Scored the first goal of this contest tonight. Can he add to his total and India's total as well? Tries to drill it between the legs, can't do so. And it's one of those nights for India.
¿Sí viste que paró el shootout?
Sí, no mames con las nalgas. Pero fue Monterrey.
But then look. Oh, gone mile of action, drilled in low. Well, how many can they put away tonight? Again, it's so crucial. Easier. And everybody wants to get on the score sheet. Castillo on that occasion.
It took him some time, John, but Renato Castillo finally on the score sheet, his first of the competition. What Mexico are doing right here is they are making sure they have goal difference. That's going to be crucial to settle this group. It's now +9 in this game, but since the defeat is...
How crucial might these goals be? Remember to sync with the KWC nations. Keep up to date with the schedule. Do not miss any of the games, any of the information. There's loads to see on that site, of course. 5 at the moment, 13 here. But it's one-sided, to say the very least.
Both teams with their secret cards. I mean, virtually impossible to see India coming back from this one. Here's the drone.
Brazil, Qatar to come shortly with a load of big names. He thought about the shot. Everybody piling forward in green shirts. Always risky for India when Mexico work it down the flanks. Or defending for the Indians to do. And from close range, somehow that one stays out on India tonight. And here they come again. These green shirts have just moved forward, and there's the answer. It's just So one-sided. You've got to feel a bit sorry for the Indians, who are getting ripped.
Celebrating anymore. This goal from Tonatu, aka Tona, getting on the score sheet for the first time in the competition. Mexico with a 10-goal lead. We're closing in on minute 30, very, very close to match ball mode. It's not going to take long for Mexico to settle this. And then after that, John, we know what we have in store for us. Just a Brazil versus Qatar with Neymar and Kaká here.
Mexico again. It's just a field day. Pepe on that occasion. Yeah, it's hardly having to break sweat. Every time that ball gets knocked inside the area, Pepe on this occasion to drill it in. Maybe the Mexicans now feeling that perhaps they could reach 20.
Shootouts for India.
Well, they had a chance from a shootout in kind of replacing the presidential penalty. So 5-second chase. Oh, interesting. Reverse penalty. Explain that one for us.
Yeah, with the reverse penalty, the Indians now, or rather Mexico, get to choose someone on the inside.
Gone wrong for them. If officially just under 10 minutes to go. Now, Bushrath drills it just wide. It is not their night. 2 chances from shootout.
What do you have?
It would have to crown a crowning glory. Let's see what India can do here. Need to put it away. Biswa. It is. It stopped. And the humiliation continues. Mexico get themselves a bonus goal with a reverse pen. Different kind of tournament. Luis Leaf, if you like. Here come Mexico again. Trying to edge to that 20-goal total. Rare touch for the keeper. He's had the evening off so far, apart from bagging a couple of goals early on. The rhythm around the Trident Arena just starting to pick up. The Kata against Brazil has just hammered home again. That 20-goal total is edging ever closer.
15. Do not lose track for Team Mexico. What a way to rebound from the defeat to Saudi Arabia. Just to wrap up, John, in this triple tie, Mexico constantly on him. He's alongside Cris Guedes. The other guy, Vitor Madureira, Dica do Gordinho. He's got almost 2 million followers on Instagram. Such a great guy from Rio, giving tips on how to do passes and shots in the game. I really recommend his content. It really is something else.
For Mexico this evening. India cannot break, cannot get going. They cannot wait for this test. I was going to call it a contest, but it isn't a contest. This celebrity match, as far as Mexico are concerned, to be over. So hard to keep their heads held high. If they can get something that they might do here, and they are thwarted in front of goal.
Bhagawati, despite scoring one of India's 2 goals, he was denied the shootout 1v1. I mean, with all respect to India, but since they're such a weak side compared to Mexico, it's difficult to look at Mexico and see if they are really that strong, you know?
As they come again.
Just as I say that.
Yeah, Pepe on that occasion, as you mentioned before as well, hardly a celebration. It is such a distortion in this contest, and it's hard to know exactly how good or bad Mexico are, but they can only play what's in front of them. And it's easy. A drubbing, the first real drubbing of this tournament. Maybe an historic scoreline as well. Still more damage. Well, it's just trickery in front of the area. You pull the trigger. That is on this occasion. Can they get 10 seconds? We've got the match ball, of course. You hear the noise in the background. It's the same thing here, really. You know, one play can decide the whole match, as we have seen before.
You know exactly what I'm talking.
Well, how long before the inevitable? What a night for the Mexicans. What a night to forget for India.
Imagine if India come back, John.
You never know.
You never know.
You never ever know. But I'd probably put my bets against it more. Sam will tell you. One fewer player is out there.
10, 6, 5, 4.
Drifted over. He went for the spectacular haul tonight. Can India just prolong this just that little bit longer? A reminder, if you need any, there's a lot coming up here tonight, a special evening. And our football scenario, India trying to dig in.
Let's go. Go on.
Mexico get possession. What a haul. But who is going to get that magic number 18 for the green shirts? Can India at least try to pull one back? But he's gone for it. Oh, that's unlucky. That is very, very unlucky. Smashes on to the upright. Mexico against India. Mexico wanting to go out in style. India just wanting to get away as soon as they can. Can't pull the trigger so far, the Mexicans. They get a chance on goal now. Always someone available in a green shirt, but who will do it? Good initial stop. And India, all of a sudden, against Brazil. And India now looking for a late consolation, but can't get it. India denying Mexico at the moment.
Come on.
Mexico prodding and probing, trying to find a way through. Will this be the moment? No, it won't, because there's a challenge by India.
9, 8,
Told to get a move on. That countdown means they've got to have a crack on goal.
2.
It's going to be now or never. It is never, and India will break. Racing forwards. Well, a card that is Junco poised. Will this be the crowning moment? He races forward, goes one way, then the other is denied. Well, suddenly India have decided that there's no way through in this game.
Hey guys.
For Mexico to find a way through, they've got to stay inside as well. Teasing the one-man Indian defence.
7, 6, 5,
And the hit now. Castillo finally puts India to the sword. A incredible win for the Mexicans, hammering India by 18 goals to 2. Wanting to bounce back, this man here taking the MVP, a couple of goals early on just to set the show going for the Mexicans.